Today we're looking at the Golden Synapse Expert Advisor. This video is sponsored by our free Golden Time Bomb Expert Advisor. Take your trading to the next level through automating the London breakout and the opening range breakout. Click the link in the description to download the EA completely for free. So this bot looks to be rather new, but rapidly climbing up the MT5 marketplace. And here we can see it's quite popular, I think in no small part because it's also rather cheap. And here it's saying that it's using a precision engineered trading system that combines an advanced strategy with strict technical analysis. Okay, so we're not getting a ton of information here. So it says no grid, no martingale, for both conservative and experienced traders. Cool, low risk design, only one trade, and not diluted technical analysis, but pure technical analysis. And here we're seeing that, yeah, trades gold. Obviously this backtest looks ridiculous, most likely heavily manipulated because you don't typically see any sort of real trading results like this. There's also no live signal. So I'm kind of curious, but people are buying it. So I guess there is almost like the wisdom of the crowds. When something goes high up on MQL5, people just start buying it, even if there's very little kind of proof behind it, or if the market or if the backtest looks manipulated. There's enough traffic at this price point that you're going to get a lot of people just buying it almost kind of randomly. So yeah, interesting. So far the reviews look pretty solid. Let's see if this guy has developed many bots in the past. So he's been around for a while. He has some real ones too, so he does seem to kind of know what he's doing. They're mostly like in the lower price point, so perhaps that's kind of more of his business strategy, more mass market. So I'm started running a back test on it here too, and we can see that clearly this looks too good to be true. I'll run one now quickly with 1 minute open, high, low, close to be faster, but this was every tick based on real ticks, and the fact that like it's almost a perfect straight line up is really not that great of a sign. Let's run a quick one here just to see how it looks differently. And it's pretty comparable, because usually you see, like, if it was a scalper or something, if you were to run it on every tick based on real ticks, it would go straight down. But here running it on 1 minute open, high, low, close looks pretty comparable. So we're seeing just a whole boatload of trades. Nothing, actually, it's not that crazy. Oh yeah, it is. Whew. 2,348 trades with an incredibly high risk reward. Granted, this would change if we were to run every tick, but still, this is looking a bit too good to be true in my opinion. Yeah. Whew. So it seems to be, let's go down to a lower time frame to see what exactly it's doing. And get off of this. Okay. It's not fine. When did I run this? Okay, I ran the back test. That would make sense. I ran the back test to August 6th. So I will, oh wow. Okay, so if we go down on the 5 minute chart here, we can see that it's taking just an absolutely bucket load of trades. So what was interesting is when I ran this here, so I would think it would be unprofitable on every tick based on real ticks, but it was still seemingly profitable, which is kind of interesting because usually when you see these like crazy like mega scalpers, like the reason why they don't make money is because of spreads. So tight trailing stop loss style system. This is a real style of bot. This is when it starts small. But the fact that we're making $2 on 0.1 lots is kind of concerning. So it's a true scalper. This would be something which would be exceptionally broker and spread sensitive. He's saying risk percent 1%. So let's see in a visual back test how exactly it's running. It doesn't look like a history reader. It just looks like most likely if you actually run this thing live, you're going to be destroyed by spreads. And it is taking, where's the stop loss? There we go. That's the trick. Oh yeah. TP, is there a stop loss here? There is a stop loss, but if you can't see it, that's not a good sign. Oh, fair, okay. So it has an absolutely enormous stop loss. That's how we're seeing this. But I'm surprised that he hasn't hit it, because most likely as soon as he goes a little bit into profit, he's going to quickly use a quick trailing stop loss. So yeah, this is a classic one. Enormous stop loss combined with a very, very scalpy style system, so extremely inverted risk reward. Yeah, and then probably over optimized in such a way that he removed the losing trades in the backtest. And there does seem to be doing more of a mean reversion system on gold, which you have to be really, really careful with, because gold is a very trending asset, so typically this doesn't work super well long term. So yeah, obviously people are happy because if you release something with an enormous stop loss, it takes a while to hit the enormous stop loss just based on math, right? But eventually hitting that stop loss will wipe out 99.999% of your profits. So yeah, this is a classic style of heavily manipulated system, huge stop loss, then you kind of go back in the back test and you overfit in such a way where you remove the absolute biggest losers. It isn't a blatant scam, it's not a history reader, but any sort of super inverted risk reward system usually fails long term. And that's what we're seeing. The only reason why this kind of works with every tick based on real ticks is because he's gone back and he's removed probably the big losers. Because if you do this style of system, in reality, even if you had an edge, the fact that your profit targets are so small, spreads are going to completely destroy you. So that's what I was a bit confused about, because I first ran it every tick and I was like, why is this every tick based on real ticks? Like, why is this still making money? It shouldn't be making money given that it's so spread sensitive. So it is making money because he's removing the losers. Yeah, this is not a good bot. I imagine you're going to see it on the top of the MQL5 marketplace for probably a week or two before it hits stop loss. Hopefully he's smart enough to only go long right now, because gold is ripping to the upside. So he's probably not going to hit the stop loss for a while if he does that. But yeah, heavily manipulated, too spread sensitive, only is making money because it has an enormous stop loss, which is being removed from back tests. Not a viable system. I would definitely not buy this. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment if you have any additional questions, and I'll see you in the next one.